Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend, and today I want to talk to you about some people that are pissing and moaning about a recent decision that France has made, and that of course is France's decision to go ahead and ban the wearing of burkas in their entire country. For those of you who don't know what a burka is, it's a cloth, a cloak, some people would call it a costume. Not to make a joke out of it, but what it is, it's just something that you put over your entire body. It leaves none of your skin exposed, spare your fingers, and a little slit for your eyes to look out of. Basically, keeps you fully concealed, unidentifiable, a number of things. That being said, I'm not a big fan of the country of France. I just want to state that right off the bat. I don't like a lot of decisions they've made recently and even going past World War II. But I gotta say, France's decision here, it was the absolute right thing to do for a number of reasons. But I don't want to so much get into that as I want to get into the people that are getting in an uproar about this. Because everyone out there, and if you're someone out there that agrees with this line of logic, I want you to continue watching this video and I want you to dare try and argue the points I bring out against your quote-unquote claims here. Because I'm talking to every single person out there that is piping up their lungs and saying, how dare you, France? How dare you take away a woman's right to choose anything? Alright, if you said anything along that line of logic out there and you're watching this video, answer this next question for me. What right did France take away from the women? Now right off the bat you're going to say, well duh, France has obviously taken away a woman's right to choose to wear a burqa, you idiot. Okay. Could you answer me this? At what point in time did the women and the followers of Islamic faith who are the women that are wearing the burqas, when did they start deciding to want to wear burqas? When did they choose to start wearing burqas? The answer to that question is, let me think about that. Oh, hold on, let me see. I'm going back through time here. Oh, that's right, the answer to that is never. Do you know why? Because women never made the choice. It was a radical sector in Islam, all men, that decided somewhere along the lines, well after the religion was established. Nowhere in the Quran does it say anything about a woman, once she is married, having to cover herself from head to toe, leaving nothing but her fingers and eyes exposed. It was a radical sector of men in the Islamic faith, and choose whatever story you want to out there, there's a million of them, that said our women are to cover themselves because they are only to be seen in the house without their burqa on, because that is where their husband can see them. They can't have any sort of prying eyes see them in public. So when they basically go around public, they have to look like they're going around trick-or-treating at the corner store, because they can't have anyone else seeing the wife except the husband at home. Duh. So yes, that is the great choice that was taken away from the woman. It was no choice at all, because the men in the Islamic faith made the choice for them. All these people out there, I can't believe it. They're everywhere. People are saying, why is France taking away a woman's right to choose anything? What woman in her right mind would choose to wear a burqa in the first place? It has nothing to do with the religion other than the fact a group of radicals in the religion that are men chose it for them. And just so we know here, it is not all the women in the Islamic faith. It is not all women who are followers of Islam that have to wear a burqa. It is actually a small sector, but the fact is, there are people that do this. So now people might be saying, well, if the men chose to do that for them, why do the women continue to wear the burqas? Obviously, women continue to walk around in public wearing the burqas. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with being afraid of finding out what happens if the women in this faith stand up and say, we aren't going to wear this shit anymore. Maybe they don't want to find out what will happen if they speak up against these men that made the decision for them. And no, I'm not saying every single person in Islam that is a male is a radical fundamentalist and is going to gun down their wives or anything like that. But maybe, just maybe, these women are scared to find out. Is that at all a possibility? Because again, you're talking about a faith, the majority of which live in desert communities. You're trying to say these women said, oh, gee, what would I want to choose to wear to go out in public? Oh, I know, since it's 110 degrees out, I want to wear the headdress, the full cloak, everything that keeps me covered in pitch black from head to toe and leaves no room for circulation other than at my fingertips and a little slit for my eyes. Yes, I'm sure the women in the Islamic faith were just lining up around the corner to make that choice that France is now taking away from them. Give me a break. My God, I just don't understand it. And the thing that I also don't understand is that France used due process for this. How can you be upset for France doing something properly? France made a decision that its legislature deemed fit. Basically, they took a fair vote on it. This wasn't something like a dictator standing up, like someone like Saddam Hussein saying, by the way, this is the rule now, deal with it. We're not going to take a vote on it because I said so. This was something that the president of France wanted, threw into their Congress. They took a vote on it. There wasn't anything shady about it. The people in France wanted it. The people of France got it. If you don't like it, here's a newsflash for you. You don't have to live in France. Get the hell up and go to the next country over. Go to the next continent over. Get the hell out of France if you're so upset that they're taking away your choice to wear a burqa. Now, there's a number of reasons why this is a good decision. I'm going to delve into them a little bit here. Number one, it's a legitimate health concern. And number two, it is a security issue. The health issue is that vitamin D deficiencies are actually increasing in a number of Islamic women that regularly wear these burqas out in public. You know why? Because the number one catalyst that breaks down vitamin D once you digest it into your bloodstream is sunlight. If you are cloaked from head to toe, your skin does not get the proper amount of sunlight to break down and catalyze that vitamin D in your bloodstream. Therefore, you get deficiencies from it. It is a legitimate health concern to say, you know what, when you're in public, don't look like you're trick-or-treating. Get a little sun. It is for your benefit. Number two, the whole security issue. Now, I'm going to use a word that a lot of people don't like to hear in America, and that word is profiling. I'm sorry, but you know what? France is a first world country. France is a Western nation, and in the Western world right now, one of the biggest threats, whether you like to admit it or not, is Middle Eastern terrorism. Do you know why? Because the majority of terrorist attacks in the past 30 years have been significantly more Middle Eastern than anything else. Now, gee, wouldn't it be nice that if, like, I don't know, you're a Middle Eastern guy and you wanted to commit an act of terrorism, wouldn't it be a nice thing to be able to conceal your identity at any given point in public? Wouldn't it be a nice little, just a little option to have at your disposal? Maybe France is just flat out scared that an act of catastrophic terroristic attacks may happen upon them. And if you want to have a watchful eye out for people that are on a watch list, a suspected list, a most wanted list, that, I don't know, maybe you would just want to be able to see the face of anyone in public. Because again, I'm sorry, as far as terrorism goes, we're not looking for the 58-year-old nun that is just going to church on Sunday morning. And it is what it is, but this is the day and times we live in. People being able to cloak themselves in public and conceal their identity, I'm sorry, France is a country that lives and thrives off its tourism. It is the #1 most visited tourist nation in the world. Do you think it wants to take a chance of getting terrorist attacks in like downtown Paris? They don't want to play around with that. They obviously want to take measures before things like more radical Muslims move into the area, and they want to curb things and say, hey, guess what? Radical fanaticism is not going to be tolerated, and France is doing something here and speaking loud and clear, and guess what? The French people are in agreement with this. And again, if you don't like it, move to a different country. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, this would be like if, I don't know, someone in any European nation where the drinking age is under 21, say they come to America and they're 18 years old and they go to the bar and they say, well, I want to drink. My country, I can drink at the age of 21. Give me a drink, bartender. The bartender will be like, no, I'm sorry, that's the rules of this country. For whatever reason, the country decided that the drinking age is 21, you don't like it? Go down to Mexico. They'll let you drink if you're 10 years old down there. The rules are the rules. This was a just process that the French legislature made, that the French people wanted. There's nothing but to deal with it at this point. And I'm sorry, if a few women are upset that their choice, and again, I use that choice word loosely, if they're upset that their choice to wear a burqa, because that is such an awesome choice to have, if they're upset that that choice got taken away from them, sorry, just deal with it. Anyways, I just want to talk about little current events here, people. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I made it so ridiculously long. And yes, I am getting all your messages about watching Chris Bohr's latest video and him mentioning AVGN, and I really don't care, and I'm not making a video about that. So on that note, have a great day, and everyone out there that's wearing a burqa, take it off for a few minutes and walk in the backyard. Step out into the sunlight. You know, wait till the husband's at work so he doesn't see you take it off and step outside with it. You know, the sunlight will do you some good. And you know what? It's nice to see that you be able to have a choice for yourself, because you should be able to choose that, and you shouldn't have to wear it just out of fear of what may happen if you don't wear it. Have a fantastic day, everyone.